The basic structural unit of proteins is option A monosaccharide, option B nucleotide, option C amino acid, option D fatty acid. The correct answer is option C amino acid. Proteins are polymers of amino acid linked by peptide bonds. The basic structural unit of proteins is option C amino acids. Proteins are polymers of amino acids linked by peptide bonds. The genetic material in most organisms is option A DNA, option B RNA, option C protein, option D lipid. The correct answer is option A DNA. DNA carries hereditary information in almost all living organisms. The genetic material in most organisms is option A DNA. The primary energy currency of the cell is option A glucose, option B ATP, option C GTP, option C NADH. The correct answer is option B ATP. ATP stores and transfers energy from cellular processes. The primary energy currency of the cell is option B ATP. ATP stores and transfers energy for cellular processes. The process of glucose breakdown in the absence of oxygen is called option A glycolysis, option B oxidative phosphorylation, option C gluconeogenesis, option D beta oxidation. The correct answer is option A glycolysis. Glycolysis is a anaerobic breakdown of glucose into pyruvate or lactate. The process of glucose breakdown in the absence of oxygen is called glycolysis. The enzyme that catalyzes the breakdown of starch into maltose is option A lipase, option B amylase, option C protease, option D lactase. The correct answer is option B amylase. Amylase hydrolyzes starch into disaccharides like maltose. The enzyme that catalyzes the breakdown of starch into maltose is called option B amylase. The building block of nucleic acids are option A nucleotides, option B amino acids, option C monosaccharides, option D fatty acids. The correct answer is option A nucleotides. Nucleotides form DNA and RNA chains. The building blocks of nucleic acids are option A nucleotides. The storage form of carbohydrate in animals is option A cellulose, option B glycogen, option C starch, option D sucrose. The correct answer is option B glycogen. The storage form of carbohydrate in animals is option B glycogen. Glycogen is stored in liver and muscles for energy reserve. The process of protein synthesis occurs in option A nucleus, option B ribosome, option C mitochondria, option D endoplasmic reticulum. The correct answer is option B ribosome. The process of protein synthesis occurs in the ribosome. Ribosomes translate mRNA into polypeptide chains. The process of protein synthesis occurs in ribosome. The deficiency of vitamin C leads to option A rickets, option B scurvy, option C pellagra, option D beriberi. The correct answer is option B scurvy. Vitamin C is required for collagen synthesis. Deficiency causes scurvy. The deficiency of vitamin C leads to scurvy. Vitamin C is required for collagen synthesis. Deficiency causes scurvy. The first step in glycolysis is catalyzed by option A hexokinase, option B phosphofructokinase, option C pyruvate kinase, option D aldolase. The correct answer is option A hexokinase. Hexokinase phosphorylates glucose to glucose 6 phosphate. The enzyme DNA polymerase is required for option A transcription, option B translation, option C DNA replication, option D protein degradation. The correct answer is option C DNA replication. The enzyme DNA polymerase is required for DNA replication. DNA polymerase synthesizes new DNA standards. The pH of normal human blood is option A 6.8 to 7.0, option B 7.35 to 7.45, option C 7.8 to 8.0, option D 6.0 to 6.5. The correct answer is option B 7.35 to 7.45. Blood pH is maintained by buffer systems within this narrow range. The pH of normal human blood is 7.35 to 7.45. The functional unit of a protein is its option A sequence of amino acids, option B secondary structure, option C active site, option D tertiary structure. The correct answer is option D tertiary structure. The tertiary structure provides functional conformation to proteins. The functional unit of a protein is its tertiary structure. The bond joining two amino acids is called option A hydrogen bond, option B ionic bond, option C peptide bond, option C glycosidic bond. And the correct answer is option C peptide bond. A peptide bond is a covalent linkage between amino and carboxyl groups. The bond joining two amino acids is called option C peptide bond. The TCA cycle occurs in tricarboxylic acid cycle occurs in the option A cytoplasm, option B ribosome, option C mitochondrial matrix, option D nucleus. The correct answer is option C mitochondrial matrix. Tricarboxylic acid cycle enzymes are located in the mitochondrial matrix. The main function of hemoglobin is option A transport of oxygen, option B transport of carbon dioxide only, option C coagulation, option D storage of glucose. And the correct answer is option A transport of oxygen. Hemoglobin binds and transports oxygen from lungs to tissues. The main function of hemoglobin is to transport the oxygen. The coenzyme required for transamination reactions is option A nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, option B pyridoxal phosphate, option C biotin, option D coenzyme A. The correct answer is option B pyridoxal phosphate. It acts as a coenzyme for aminotransferases. Fatty acid breakdown occurs by option A glycolysis, option B beta oxidation, option C oxidative phosphorylation, option D transamination. The correct answer is option B beta oxidation. Fatty acids are oxidized in mitochondria by beta oxidation to produce energy. Fatty acid breakdown occurs by beta oxidation. The structural polysaccharide in plant cell wall is option A glycogen, option B cellulose, option C starch, option D pectin. The correct answer is option B cellulose. Cellulose provides rigidity to plant cell walls. The structural polysaccharide in plant cell wall is option B cellulose. The enzyme reverse transcriptase is found in Option A bacteria, option B retroviruses, option C mitochondria, option D ribosomes. The correct answer is option B retroviruses. Reverse transcriptase synthesizes DNA from RNA in retroviruses like HIV. The enzyme reverse transcriptase is found in retroviruses. The main storage form of fat in the body is option B cholesterol, option A cholesterol, option B triglyceride, option C phospholipid, option D steroid. The correct answer is option B triglyceride. Triglycerides are stored in adipose tissue as energy reserve. The main storage form of fat in the body is option B triglyceride. The process of formation of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources is option A glycolysis, option B gluconeogenesis, option C glycogenolysis, option D glycogenolysis. The correct answer is option B gluconeogenesis. It synthesizes glucose from lactate, amino acids and glycerol. The process of formation of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources gluconeogenesis. The deficiency of niacin leads to option A pellagra, option B beriberi, option C rickets, option D scurvy. The correct answer is option pellagra. Niacin deficiency causes pellagra with dermatitis, diarrhea, dementia. The deficiency of niacin leads to pellagra. The coenzyme NAD plus is derived from option A vitamin B2, B1, option B vitamin B2, option C vitamin B3, option D vitamin B12. The correct answer is option C vitamin B3. Niacin is a precursor for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. The enzyme that unwinds DNA during replication is option A DNA polymerase, option B DNA ligase, option C DNA helicase, option D topoisomerase. The correct answer is option C DNA helicase. DNA helicase unwinds the double helix at replication works. The enzyme that unwinds DNA during replication is the deficiency of vitamin B12 causes option A megaloblastic anemia, option B rickets, option C pellagra, option D scurvy. The correct answer is option A megaloblastic anemia. Vitamin B12 is needed for DNA synthesis in red blood cells. The deficiency of vitamin B12 causes megaloblastic anemia. The enzyme that synthesizes mRNA is option A DNA polymerase, option B RNA polymerase, option C reverse transcriptase, option D ligase. The correct answer is option B RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase transcribes DNA into RNA. The enzyme that synthesizes mRNA is RNA polymerase. The organelle responsible for ATP production is option A ribosome, option B Golgi apparatus, option C mitochondria, option D lysozyme. The correct answer is option C mitochondria. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell producing ATP. The organelle responsible for ATP production is option C mitochondria. The primary structure of proteins refers to option A 3D folding, option B sequence of amino acids, option C alpha helix, option D beta sheet. The correct answer is option B sequence of amino acids. The linear sequence of amino acids is the primary structure. The primary structure of protein refers to option B, sequence of amino acids. The linear sequence of amino acids is the primary structure. Enzyme activity is affected by all except option A, temperature, option B, pH, option C, substrate concentration, option D, light intensity. The correct answer is option D, light intensity. Enzymes are influenced by temperature, pH, inhibitors, but not directly by light. Enzyme activity is affected by all except. The correct answer is light intensity. The prosthetic group in hemoglobin is option A, NADH, option B, FAD, option C, heme, option D, biotin. The correct answer is option C, heme. Hemoglobin contains heme group with iron for oxygen binding. The prosthetic group in hemoglobin is option C, heme. Hemoglobin contains heme groups with iron for oxygen binding. The central dogma of molecular biology is option A, DNA to protein to RNA, option B, protein to RNA to DNA, option C, DNA to RNA, RNA to protein, option C, option D, RNA to protein, protein to DNA. The correct answer is DNA, RNA, protein. Genetic information flows from DNA to RNA, RNA to protein. The major plasma protein responsible for maintaining osmotic pressure is option A, globulin, option B, fibrinogen, option C, albumin, option D, collagen. The correct answer is option C, albumin. Albumin regulates plasma oncotic pressure. The major plasma protein responsible for maintaining osmotic pressure is option C, albumin. The enzyme lactase hydrolyzes. Option A, glucose, option B, lactose, option C, sucrose, option D, maltose. The correct answer is option B, lactose. Lactase splits lactose splits lactase splits lactose into glucose and galactose. The enzyme lactase hydrolyzes lactose. Lactase splits lactose into glucose and galactose. Which vitamin acts as an antioxidant? Option A, vitamin A, option B, vitamin C, option C, vitamin E, option D, all the above. The correct answer is option D, all the above. Vitamin A, C, and E have antioxidant properties. The primary site of urea cycle is option A, kidney, option B, liver, option C, muscle, option D, pancreas. The correct answer is liver. Urea cycle occurs in liver to detoxify ammonia. The primary site of urea cycle is option B, liver. The enzyme that converts pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme A is option A, pyruvate kinase, option B, pyruvate dehydrogenase, option C, exokinase, option D, citrate synthase. The correct answer is option B, pyruvate dehydrogenase. It links glycolysis with the TCA cycle. The enzyme that converts pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme A is pyruvate. The structural difference between RNA and DNA is that RNA has option A, thymine, option B, deoxyribose sugar, option C, uracil, option D, double helix. The correct answer is option C, uracil. RNA contains uracil instead of thymine and ribose sugar. The structural difference between RNA and DNA is that RNA has uracil. Which lipid is a major component of cell membranes? Option A, triglyceride, option B cholesterol, option C phospholipid, option D glycolipid. The correct answer is option C phospholipid. Phospholipids form the bilayer of membranes. Which lipid is a major component of cell membrane? The correct answer is option C phospholipid. The process of ATP production in mitochondria using electron transport chain is option A oxidative phosphorylation, option B substrate level phosphorylation, option C fermentation, option D gluconeogenesis. The correct answer is option A oxidative phosphorylation. ETC couples electron transfer with ATP synthesis. The vitamin necessary for blood clotting is option A vitamin A, option B vitamin C, option C vitamin K, option D vitamin D. The correct answer is option C vitamin K. Vitamin K essential for synthesis of clotting factors. The vitamin essential or necessary for blood clotting is option C vitamin K. The enzyme required for the digestion of fats is option A amylase, option B protease, option C lipase, option D maltase. The correct answer is option C lipase. Lipase hydrolyzes triglycerides into fatty acids and glycerol. The end product of glycolysis under aerobic condition is option A lactate, option B pyruvate, option C acetyl coenzyme A, option D ethanol. The correct answer is option B pyruvate. Glycolysis yield pyruvate in the presence of oxygen. The end product of glycolysis under aerobic condition is option B pyruvate. The main nitrogenous waste in human is option A ammonia, option B urea, option C uric acid, option D creatine. The correct answer is option B urea. Human excrete urea as a primary nitrogenous waste. The main nitrogenous waste in humans is option B urea. The vitamin required for the collagen synthesis is option A vitamin A, option B vitamin B12, option C vitamin C, option D vitamin D. The correct answer is option C vitamin C. Vitamin C is required for hydroxylation of collagen. The vitamin required for collagen synthesis is option C vitamin C. If you like my content, please subscribe my channel. The enzyme that joins the enzymes that join Okazaki fragments in DNA replication is option A DNA ligase, option B DNA helicase, option C DNA polymerase, option D primase. The correct answer is option A DNA ligase. DNA ligase is mixed between Okazaki fragments. The most abundant element in the human body is option A carbon, option B oxygen, option C nitrogen, option D calcium. The correct answer is option B oxygen. The most abundant element in the human body is option B oxygen. Oxygen makes up approximately 65% of the body weight, mostly in water. The coenzyme FAD is derived from flavin adenine dinucleotide, derived from option A niacin, option B riboflavin, option C thiamine, option D biotin. The correct answer is option B riboflavin. FAD comes from vitamin B2. The deficiency of vitamin D causes option A rickets, option B pellagra, option C beriberi, option D anemia. The correct answer is option A rickets. Vitamin D deficiency leads to poor bone mineralization, rickets or osteomalacia. The deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets. The enzyme responsible for car- the coenzyme responsible for carbon dioxide transport in blood is option A carbonic anhydrase, option B amylase, option C lipase, option D catalase. The correct answer is option A carbonic anhydrase. It converts carbon dioxide and H2O into carbonic acid for transport. The enzyme responsible for carbon dioxide transport in blood is carbonic anhydrase.